Tohu Harris, what a leader for the Warriors. He's one of 2 players to have won a premiership in the New Zealand side this afternoon. The other one's Dylan Walker, who slides into 5'8". Isaiah Yeo, Mr. Consistency. A breakout game last week for Jack Cogger, 3 try assists. Playing at 5'8", but the big news, Jerome Luai, he's only a week away. So if the Panthers can win here, they go to a grand final qualifier and they'll have the Origin 5'8" back. A finals doubleheader on Nines Wide World of Sports is off. What a day for it. What an occasion. What a task for the Warriors, but they're up for it on the basis of that first tackle. There's 4 of them in there, and they drag Dylan Edwards back to his own 10. And now Moses Leota. He's a New Zealand international, as is James Fisher-Harris. They're the 2 starting props for the Panthers against many of their compatriots today. Barnett up there with Harris. Good, strong defence here. And Sorensen, another Kiwi international. We haven't seen him since round 24. He and Kenny have shrugged off leg problems to return in time for the finals. And Yeo now to his own 40-metre line. Cleary clears it downfield, and Montoya, a metre-eating machine. It's the back 3 that have been so influential for the Warriors all season long. What about Darren? He's another Penrith boy. A real crossover between these teams. Nickel Kluster ran straight towards Kenny and bounced off. Hasn't he had a homecoming in 2023? 180-odd metres a game for the fullback, and now the giant that is Adam Fanua-Blake. Tackled on the halfway. Oh, that was great contact. And a very powerful and authoritative physical start by the away team. Martin. And now the leading metre eater in the premiership, Dylan Edwards, runs it back. And we've got a penalty here. The Warriors were offside.
Well, you just mentioned the Warriors and the way they've started there, Tomo. Clear intentions early. They've come with a physical mindset. Every one of those runs in that first set of 6 was off the back fence. They're going to try and upset the Panthers as much as they can, upset their rhythm this afternoon.
Sorensen, shoved back. There was a hint of a loose ball there. The touch judge had a good look at it, but there was no call forthcoming. And now the Panthers, who claim their 3rd minor premiership in the space of 4 seasons last week, are out near the halfway. Leota shut down well. And Cleary for Martin.
Tackle.
You can see the Warriors are sprinting off the line in defence. Spoke about how they need to beat their back 3, but if they can win those first 3 tackles of the Panthers set, that'll keep them down there into the field.
Cleary sends it up, and it's spilled at the back by Montoya. The first critical error of the game by the Warriors. It'll give Penrith possession back on their 20-metre line. Just, you speak about the defensive effort of the Warriors, Brad, and we know that their game has been based on defence. It's the 3rd best record in the comp. Last year they were the worst. They conceded 700 points in the season. This year, 448. What an improvement.
Well, it's obviously the focus of the coach, Andrew Webster. He's seen what it takes to win grand finals, and it's good defence. It's been a huge improvement.
Well, there's their first acid test. So big, this Warriors outfit. Sent right through Kenny to Cogger and Leota. Out on the right edge. And up to the 10, Ford and Egan in there in defence, and clear into the line. A ball for Garner. Garner being pushed towards the sideline there. He goes to ground. There's Walker in 14. He's playing 5'8" today. And Edwards, 2 passes wide to Nathan. And Fisher-Harris, that was a testing ball, but the front rower took it well. But this is so solid by the Warriors. No opening at the moment. Cogger on the left, Cleary back underneath. He beat Barnett. He put some footwork on Egan. He backhands a pass to Leota, and they've got an overlap here. And To'o stadium this year, and the Panthers have broken them down early.
Yeah, it's a wonderful try early, Tomo. All off the back of the ball movement. Nathan Cleary, he's seen an opportunity to run the ball. Harvey Norman replay. They went out to their left-hand side first, and here he comes back across the field, and watch this little flick pass. Right there. And the skill and the ability of Leota for a big man, have the presence of mind to look out to his right-hand side and find the space. Brian To'o still had plenty of work to do, the winger, and he gets there.
Well, this is on the back of a penalty that the Warriors gave away on their last tackle. They were offside inside the 10 metres, and then dropped the ball on the last tackle of the Panthers set of 6. You can't invite Penrith up your end that easy. And this was a play normally Jerome Luai used to do with Nathan, where he'd skip from one side of the field to the other and find Nathan. And this is how they just slot players in. They all know the role. They all know what they're doing. Well, his hand's still on it.
Yeah.
He's still got pressure on it.
And it's a great tactic if you think back to that. Oh, there's the Telstra fan cam.
There's a couple of big heads.
They're happy. Couple of big ones, Tomo. But if you think back to that drop ball from Montoya, that's exactly where the sun is shining right into that northeastern corner. So I think that's where Nathan Cleary will be. He'll be channeling all of his kicks to that corner for the rest of this at least for the rest of this first half.
This is a special afternoon at the footy. This is what it is all about. Look at that Family Hill. It is chockers.
Why do they need the lights?
Well, they'll get dark soon, I suppose.
Why are the lights on?
Saves warming them up, Brad. Cleary from the right side of the ground. What a kick. What a start, 6-0. An 18th try of the season for Brian To'o. And the early blow for the Panthers. Well, Jonathan Thurston, you're soaking this all up sideline. Good afternoon.
Yeah, g'day, Tomo. It's perfect conditions down here. 18 degrees, as you can see. The sun is shining. And I tell you what, the atmosphere is electric. We are in for a big one.
Well, there's an error. Thanks, JT. There is some grunt in the collision here today, and it comes out to Pompey.
It's a Neokora on Isaiah Yeo. It's through his body out.
And Barnett now into the front row. He's been there off and on throughout the campaign. Wade Egan, another local Penrith boy, comes from Lithgow, about an hour west of here over the mountains. Plays his football across the ditch in Auckland now. Harris. And on to Barnett. Fisher, Harris and Cleary, the defensive combination. Egan plays to the left and Walker's trying to use some footwork, but all he sees is black jumpers ahead of him. Oh, it'd be massive if they could get that try straight back, wouldn't it? Harris for Martin, and now Corey. Contained well. Firstly Leota, and then James Fisher-Harris, another bash play. It's not working here. Slow to his feet, Barnett. Egan, Martin, and he's gone through to score here, but...
there's someone taking out Tomo.
Yeah, it looked a little bit easy.
I think it's Garner. I think Luke Garner gets taken out by a short runner.
No try. Can you have a look at the lead runner, please?
Yeah, Adam G tends to agree.
Well, they were reluctant to go at the back the whole set of 6.
Look at the run of Adam Pompey. He runs directly at Luke Garner and takes him out of the play, and Warriors gain an advantage. We have a decision.
just got his angles all wrong there. Luke Garner was...
He was heading out already, wasn't he, Freddie?
He's got a job, Walker, hasn't he, in this
is a
5-8
good shot.
goal.
I was watching their attack. They're like a V. They're so steep and deep behind the ball. I saw the winger, Latini Zalesniak, was 30 metres in at one stage, just ready to fan out if the ball came their way. It'll be interesting watching later if we get a shot, get a high shot and just show their method of attack.
See, it was great to hear from Sean Johnson pre-game. I think everyone's disappointed he's not there, but with respect to his influence on their attack, they've scored 100 tries this year. He's got 27 try assists.
That's at least 25.
He could play till he's 40. He is one cool dude. And Cogger with a kick towards Dallin. Oh, Taruba got felled. Play on.
We've seen penalties given for those before.
It's fine this time, Cam.
Yeah, play on.
Egan with a scoop and run. Oh, he doesn't go too far, does he, Martin?
He grabbed a Panther
Yep.
from up in Lithgow. Come through all the junior pathways down here at Penrith.
And Harris, he's wound back the clock the last month. 200 metres against the Dragons, 133 Manly, 177 against the Tigers. A kick from very deep inside their own half. But the kick chase is good. And Tamare Martin and Mitch Barnett down there. Trinidad Karuva.
Yeah, well, that kick chase you just spoke about, Tomo, it's going to have to be on all day today. That's the strength of the Penrith Panthers, is their kick return metres, particularly with this man here, Brian To'o.
Now Garner. Played a bit of centre at the Tigers before shifting to Penrith, so not in a totally unfamiliar role. Oh, 6 more. This looks dangerous now. Leota winding up, played it quickly inside the 30. Yo to the middle of the ground, through Cogger. It comes to Crichton. Dallin all the way in field with the tackle around the bootstraps. And he's feeling for the back of his neck here, Crichton, so crusher is the implication.
Yeah, it was awkward. It was awkward. He was on the way to the ground. Niokore come across to finish the tackle, and there wasn't really much Niokore could do about it.
It all happened very quick. Look at the motion of the tackle.
No.
There's nothing.
Nothing
in that.
That's a tough one. 5th tackle, 6 again.
Well, Crichton's hurting here. And with respect to potential neck issues, every possible precaution is taken. He's had a fine season, hasn't he, Stephen Crichton? We saw 2 extraordinary centres at their best last night, Katani Staggs, Herbie Farnworth, and they've been standouts. But Crichton, probably his best season, consistently. 14 tries, a standout for New South Wales in Origin.
Goal kicking.
Yeah.
Everything.
Here's Fisher Harris, runs towards Wade Egan. How many's that? 3 tackles gone. Cogger bringing Sorensen back underneath. Barnett and Egan once again. Pretty much centre of the ground. Kenny, Yo, Cleary, Martin.
Short, last one. Not on him.
They're right on the line. Gee, that's a beautiful ball by Kenny. It finds Cogger, who takes them on himself, and that is good, desperate goal line defence.
Yeah, it's very good defence. Once again, it's just where the Penrith, they turn the ball over in those positions so many times. Inside the opposition 10. And in turn now, this is where the Warriors need to do the hard yards.
This is Pompey recommitted with the Warriors for a further few seasons. He had a lot of interest from rival clubs. Fanua Blake, Egan working in with Harris here. One of 7 internationals in this Warriors outfit this afternoon. Tohu Harris.
Have a look at the kick pressure from Tamari Martin, next set of 6 from the Warriors. Given Sean Johnson isn't playing, it pretty much takes full responsibility of their kicking. The Panthers notice that if they put some pressure on Martin and Walker, it'll make a big difference to the meterage and the field position.
Would you be, Cam, would you be looking at Egan to do some of that kicking maybe? Whoa, Edwards! Edwards has gone straight through them. Crichton, he went away from him. He went away from the support. Edwards still going, nearly up to the 20. If he gave the pass, Crichton would be putting it down about now. Cleary.
Oh, wow.
He had the ball taken away.
Good play.
It's a knock on. It was a great tackle by Martin, who targeted the ball there. And they have dodged quite a bullet there.
Yeah, it's a clever tackle because he's seen Nathan Cleary drifting across field and all of his vision. There's the line break. Dylan Edwards just picked the ball up from dummy half and said, well, I'll take some metres from you boys, straight up the guts. There's Stephen Crichton. He said, pass me the ball. Give me the ball, I'll score it. But this is where, watch Cleary's eyes. He's all to the outside, and Tamari Martin, wonderful tackle. Jolts the ball loose.
What about the wingspan of Stephen Crichton? I think every single person in this stadium saw them stretched full width, and even when he walked back to his position, he's looking over at Dylan with his arms stretched out.
Not every single person.
Here I am, Dylan.
There was one that missed him.
There was one.
Here I am.
He's a hard man to miss, Stephen Crichton. He's a giant.
He takes up a lot of space, doesn't he?
It's a bit unfair you gave him a single bet in Origin camp too. Oh, penalty. They sort of needed that.
And just going back to that kicking for the Warriors now that Sean Johnson isn't here today, if they can find some opportunities maybe to kick early, say on a play 3 or play 4, given they need good field position, but if they can get one away early where they can minimise that pressure that they feel from the defensive line, may certainly help out a lot.
An early shift here from the resumption, and Pompey tackled strongly by Garner. And here's Fanua Blake making almost 180 metres a game on average. That's a big number for a front rower. Harris playing out to Martin, and now Nia Cora, you nearly trampled Cocker. Martin into the line, Walker linking. Again Garner on Pompey. Strong defence. Just outside Penrith's 20. That one's hit the deck, but it's okay. It went back. Crisis averted. Harris there to mop up. It's the last, and Barnett was the first man to touch it. Now Rocco Berry around the corner. Martin on the back-up. Oh, that was nice play. But again, the Penrith goal line defence very desperate.
And that's a style of football that you need to throw at Penrith.
Same as the other end.
If you're any chance, a couple of offloads, a couple of cut-out passes. I think they look best when their attack is direct, straight up and down the field, rather than going a little bit too much lateral when they're going on their shifts, Freddie.
We saw that in the earlier sets where Tohu Harris was finding Barnett and throwing little offloads through the middle. Will it get you a try though? I'm wondering how they're going to get their tries.
Edwards. Most running metres, most runs, most kick return metres in the Premiership again this year, and Yeo on the back of that. Great punch through the middle of the ground. Gives Cleary ample time to kick. He's already spilt one, Marcelo Montoya. Takes that comfortably. I actually saw in the warm-up, Brad, that over that corner, so that's the northeastern corner, high kicks to that corner that the outside men were having to shield their eyes from the sun.
Should have got him some black boot polish.
Oh, that's what they
Bit of old school. Slash straight under the eye.
That'll work when the lights come.
Did you ever wear that? Did you?
My first Origin. Because we never used to play night games when I first started. Every game was a day game.
So just a one-off.
Oh, Leota and Fanua Blake would nearly add it. Oh, that I'd pay money to see. Taruva.
They're so safe. Edwards, Taruva, To'o, they're so safe.
Confidence. Edwards cutting out to Fisher-Harris. Good tackle to Murray Martin. He went from Penrith to North Queensland, you'll remember, and played in a grand final. Another carry for Dylan Edwards. Kick by Cleary, his own side of the 40. Look out! Look out! That was unfolding in slow motion.
Is that Liam Martin?
Yeah, easy all sorts.
Wow.
Well, Montour got the better of Kenny in the first set of 6, and he's just got the better of Liam Martin in that run.
Here's Jackson Ford. Hasn't he emerged this year? Moved from the Dragons, played 21 games before today, and many of them 80-minute efforts, and they're just swarming them here. The Warriors trying to create something with the ball. This is such a hard defensive wall to break down. You see the Breeze holding the ball up significantly there, and To'o had the rush to take the catch. How good is this?
But you can understand why the fullback and the winger nearly collided. The crowd are right into this game.
4 minutes 40 since the last break in play, and it's warmish out there. Yo and Cleary, they've set up a little overlap here. To'o with a step, he's beaten him. He stays alive, he couldn't get the ball away in one hand to Cleary. He goes in from dummy half, he stabs. Oh, what a catch at the gully by Barnett.
What a catch.
John Dyson.
Wow. That's amazing. Amazing.
Looked like a Cameron Green. Oh, ball's been spilled. Can Penrith get it back? They have. Well, Barnett's classic catch might go to waste. Yo, surging. He must have gone within a blade of grass there, Isaiah Yo. Cleary with a full set at his disposal to help orchestrate another try. Here's Fisher-Harris. Play to Kenny, out to Cogger. And now Crichton. Excellent tackle, Rocco Berry. Back to Nathan. Shows a dummy, gets dragged down by the bootlaces again, and Edwards picks up the rolling ball. One more to survive for the visitors. They won't do it. It's Martin off a Cleary pass. Penrith get a second.
Well, you'll see something special here. You just got to watch Nathan Cleary. From the time he went to the line, he tossed the ball back, and Jack Cogger swooped on the ball. Nathan Cleary actually put his boot back on. This is Dylan Waituni-Zalesniak on the Harvey Norman replay. Rocco Berry drops it out the back. So there's Nathan Cleary. He's got one boot on. He actually didn't get the boot on. And just come out and just found one of his soldiers, Liam Martin. Jono?
It hides the ball off his hip, and that opens it up for him to just get his nose through the line. He offloads it, and then just the will and determination to get back up off the ground and get the ball in his hands again for another try assist. All Nathan Cleary. Look at this. Outstanding.
Yeah, it was all effort from Nathan Cleary. He took him on the play before, as Jono said. Didn't dive at the football, offloaded, but what he knew was his awareness. That's what got the Warriors, his awareness to know that, well, I've just poked my nose through, I've created a bit of havoc. That defensive line is not going to be set. I'm just going to go at him again. And his teammate Liam Martin, he backed him up and just punched a hole, Fred.
Well, he didn't have to look for space. He looked for the player. As he gets out, he pops up, and what he'll do, he'll look in. He just looks for a play. Here's a voice. Knowing Liam Martin knows how to run into space and picks it perfectly between Pompey and Dylan Walker. Little spaces all through the Warriors' defence.
Another mistake from the Warriors, another try to the Panthers. You just can't give them anything. They are relentless. Cleary, boom. Why wouldn't you bet the footy? Look at that from our drone. 12-0, Panthers over the Warriors here at Bluebet Stadium. Back comes Moses Leota. It's like he'd been fired out of a drone. He gets back to the 20. This is just an incredible machine, this Penrith team. They just kept coming and coming and coming. Sorensen. Now, this is game one in a Saturday finals doubleheader, 7 o'clock. Do-or-die rugby league. The Sharkies and the Roosters down in the Shire, an elimination blockbuster. I know there's not as many as they might like there in Cronulla, but goodness me, won't they be raucous at 7 o'clock tonight. Live and free on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Cleary again. Here's a tester. It's a floater. Ooh. He took it. Oh, the puppet master, Nathan Cleary. Here comes Dallin. He's a couple of tries short of equaling that record for the Warriors of most tries in a season. 23 is the record. He's been
poke in the eye. Right, poke in the eye, I think, Tomo.
Might have been that hair.
No, didn't someone say he got a haircut?
Just whipped around and hit him in the eye.
I thought he got a haircut. Wasn't that now pre-game?
I think it was more than his hair.
So what did they cut? Because it looks longer than ever. Was it just styled or something?
I think the sideburns were.
Oh, right.
Sideburns.
Oh, yeah.
Might have had split ends.
Gee, I hope they didn't charge you for a break.
That happens to people with long hair, they get split ends.
Your timing's late and you're slow.
Mr. Dallin, I'm sorry.
Well, here's a good opportunity for the Warriors. You'd like to think they'll start this set from inside the Panthers' half. There's Andrew Webster. He looks calm still, down 12 points. I really like the attack from Egan. He squares up and gets his runners in behind that play the ball.
So the first of the bench men's Bailey Sheridan. That's a thunderous run from Neil Blake on the right edge.
He's a handful.
To say the very least, Brad, a very large handful. Tohu Harris, Tamade Martin, Jackson forward. Play to Egan, and Harris linking, and Martin. That's a beautiful ball, a catch and pass effort which landed with Marata Niokore. And once again, the defence is there. They're down inside the 20. Martin dummies, runs straight into Leota, and Moses is a bit shaken after that.
Yeah, he is.
Dylan Walker. Oh, Harris is going to kick. Oh, lucky Andrew Johns isn't here. That'll be licence suspended.
That wasn't in. They normally get a little piece of paper last night, so it goes through the game plan.
There's Moses Leota, fellas. He is a little bit rattled after that run. It was Tamare Martin. And I think he copped the hip. He's going to go off the field, HIA. There it is there. Yeah, he caught the hip.
No, both of you weren't sure if you were
big collision.
Tackle 3.
Well, Lindsay Smith was already on the sideline.
So, provided he can come back, the cynic would say, Brad, that might actually favour Penrith.
Oh.
Not interchange now. Here's a chance.
I got first Warriors, yeah.
Oh, Warriors' hand on that football first.
And with the Moses situation, the grading will come from the bunker, so it's a fair chance it'll be at least a grade 2.
Panthers 12-0. Garner, tenacious run out within 9 of the halfway, so some concern for one of the tough men of the game, Moses Leota. He's off up the tunnel. Let's see what the update is from the Panthers sheds. Here's Fisher Harris. What a great start to the game. Both middle men have had. And Yo, you throw him into the same category. And now a great run by Garner, who's revelling with a bit of extra space out in the centres. They're down inside the 20 again. The Warriors have got to be right up for this challenge because the Panthers are pressing Conga. Crichton, beautiful, beautiful.
I got ball down.
Sunya Taruva on the back of some sumptuous skill.
Well, the difference in attack there, just watch on this replay with the Penrith left edge, how straight all their runners are running into space, which holds up the Warriors defenders. They have to commit. They have to turn infield. Lovely shot here on the Harvey Norman replay. It's Mitch Kenny. He got out from dummy half. Just watch all these runners pour into holes. Defenders in, creates overlap. And Taruva, wow, what a finish that is. Smart too. He went for the corner, he went for the ground early. Great try.
It ended up a race, and Taruva was too quick for Rocco Berry. There's little bits of brilliance all through here. Firstly, the break from Garner on the right-hand side, Nathan Cleary, and then coming back through the middle, jumping out from dummy half to the right-hand side, actually took the fullback out of play. Charles Nickel-Klookster. This is footy in country.
Mate, the Telstra fan, look at the fans are right on top of them.
Yeah, by jumping out to the right-hand side, just took the fullback out of play. Normally, he would have been the one covering across between the try line and Taruva. A little bit of deception at dummy half. Jono?
Yeah, this Penrith side is just relentless. There's never a setup play with this team. They make a half break like Luke Garner did, and then they just fall into formation straight away. As you said, Mitch Kenny jumps out to the right. He has Isaiah Yeo back through the middle, and every pass is out in front. And Stephen Crichton with the hands for sending it to Taruva. Outstanding footy by the Penrith Panthers.
Yeah, they all play their role perfectly. There wasn't too much wrong with the defence from the Warriors. They just had to take their man running into space. Too good, Penrith.
She's aiming this a long way right. Look at that. That's well out to the right. This would be spectacular if he can curl it back. That's what JT used to do. That's coming back magnificently. extraordinary scene. Saturday afternoon, finals time here at Bluebet Stadium. And Cam, the danger for the Warriors now is just they get completely overwhelmed by this, because this is an intimidating atmosphere and you're playing against a team that just gets on a roll and doesn't let you off the hook.
Yeah, they do. And they're a little bit different to what they were back in 2020 when they exploded the Panthers, where they'd put 40 on you in the first half. They just slowly build through their game, and all of a sudden you look up and you've got 30 points against you. They just got to stick to their guns here, the Warriors. If they can keep this to 18 at half-time, it'll be a good result.
They've been renowned for their defence, but in the last month of footy, they're averaging up around 34 points. They're scoring 6 and 7 tries.
44 last week against the Cowboys, who were playing for a spot in the playoffs. Another lovely combination. Cleary punching through into the open. Dragged down from behind. Kenny, a deft kick. They're chasing, and the Warriors get over there, but there's more pressure coming. Goal line dropouts. Lovely little kick by Mitch Kenny. Danica, some news?
Yes, we just had confirmation from the HIA official that Moses Leota has been classified as Category 3, so he's currently undergoing the testing at the moment, and we'll let you know as soon as we do whether he'll be back into the action.
What's Category 3? Okay. So we'll get the we'll get the assessment in a moment. Now that was not.
Has there been a Cat 3 all year?
Our concussion experts up here. That's you, Brad.
Well, Cat 3 I thought was a standing one on the ground, isn't it? Or is that Cat 1's the one where
Ruled out.
you're ruled out?
There's the Westpac red zone. The Panthers dominating play the balls inside opposition 20.
Yo now. Cleary underneath. Crichton looking for space. One-handed pass, keeping it alive. Edwards. Gee, the Warriors are nearly defending for the game here. They've got to hold them out. Yo, Cleary dummies. Couldn't get inside Murata Niokore. Play number 5. Cogger into first receiver. Sends it out wide. You can see the Suns a real nuisance. The ball's tapped back. He beat one. He rolls to the in-goal. He chases after it. Oh, Nickel Kluster with a juggle and just retained it.
There you go. We'll give you the ball.
Oh, boom. Montoya light up.
Look what they
Oh,
give it
now
to
it's
you.
Nathan.
Now Jazz Tavanga, who's played very little football. Back-to-back leg injuries for him this year. A hamstring and a calf. He's out there. Dallin can't make any yards. That's 4 tackles used. And Nickel Kluster, he's going to be savage. Good luck with the kick. It's Dylan Walker. It's a pretty good strike. Holds up in the breeze. Look at Edwards on the fly.
Yeah, that was a front rower, Lindsay Smith, putting on kick pressure. It's just a number, the thing on your back. They all do a job.
And if they weren't playing up tempo enough, they've just sent Spencer Leniu out there. Oh, he set Cleary a task. And the number 7 took the ball well. Sorensen, they're dropping off a few tackles in the middle here now. Sorensen keeps it alive. It's been swept up by the Warriors, but it's knocked off. Oh, that's gone.
No. That one had hurt the coach.
It just needed to be dived on that loose ball, didn't it?
Yeah, if you get a break, you've been inside your own 20 metres for the last 10 minutes. You just didn't need that extra pass. Does a great job. Gets on the ball and tries to do too much. 7 black jerseys there were there. 7 black jerseys.
Sorry about that. Lindsay Smith on the left-hand side. He's going to put a dent in the defence to kickstart a fresh set for the Panthers, who have had 60% of the ball. It comes to Cogger. Now to Nathan. Great tackle. Although the ball's still alive, it goes to Cogger and weaving, looking for something. He's stopped by Jackson Ford. This will take some stopping. Well, Lindsay Smith into a maiden finals campaign for the young front rower. Cleary for Sorensen. Wrapped up effectively around the legs. It's near Corey, and Harris secures the ball. Kenny dashes. It goes to Yo, out to Cogger. Martin for a second. What a tackle. A try saver from Pompey. Cogger to Cleary. Keeps it alive. Cogger doubled around the back. It goes to Crichton. Dallin came in. Taruba. Taruba with a kick on. No, it's another knock on. This is like water torture.
Yeah, when it's your day, it's your day. Everything that the Panthers are throwing at the Warriors right now is coming up trumps for them. Even this last play, they throw it around, bit of razzle-dazzle. Then he goes to Taruba on the wing and he says, I'll chuck this one in, and clogs that. He tries his best to jump on that loose ball, and it's another set for the Panthers.
They've made the middle defence of the Warriors move so much, side to side, so much decision making. And you can just see every now and then someone's going to miss their job.
Spencer. Cogger. Cleary. Crichton through. Oh, he resisted the urge. He wanted to big time. Cogger again. He thought about dinking a little kick through that gap, but he takes the tackle. They've been pretty brave here, the Warriors. This is 4 consecutive sets now. And they've weathered 4 tackles. Kenny, no way through. Super stuff by the Warriors. They've got one more, though. Nathan Cleary, Liam Martin. How about that? Super defence.
Yeah, great defence. And I'll tell you what, the Panthers, they're happy to turn it over there and make the Warriors tackle out that set of 6. There'll be some fatigue, boys, towards the end of this game.
Oh, Dallin. Incisive run. Didn't they need something like that? Look at that, Brad. Look at the set progression. Second time they've had it in the space of 9 sets now, and they're doing a really good job. They've come out of trouble, and they go over the halfway. It's Tavanga. Should be handy if they could jack a try before half-time. What a job he's done. Oh, Crichton. Penalty.
Oh, they didn't need that. No. There's been plenty of talk around the Rookie of the Year, and I've got to say, Taruva, in a critical position on the wing. Very easy to make errors, under pressure, decision-making tested all the time. He has just been about faultless.
Telstra are the naming rights partner of the NRL Telstra Premiership. The finals in particular for 20 plus years. This is footy country, especially at this time of year. It's the time of the year where the Panthers revel.
Well, Nathan Cleary, he's getting across the field a lot like the man who he would have played, Sean Johnson. He just holds that dummy up on the inside and then attacks the line with those options out the back. There's the man himself, Sean Johnson.
He's doing it tough. JT.
Yeah, just in awe of this Panther side. They've had 60% of the possession of ball which for the Warriors, they've had to make over 50 more tackles in this first half. So they're up around 190 tackles already, the Warriors.
Yeah,
it's going to be taking a lot of that out of their petrol.
Yeah, that's got to play a significant factor towards the end, JT. Thanks for that. Another penalty. Oh, this could be 20-0. This is a pretty easy decision by Nathan. He can just step up and slot this, and outside 3 converted tries at half-time. They've won their last 6 consecutive finals games, the Panthers. 2 of those grand finals, it's 18-0. Golden West, aglow. It's been mid-20s out here in Penrith today. Beautiful conditions. One of the best playing surfaces in the competition. And the Panthers are carving it up. And Cleary happy to take this penalty goal to half-time. Many people pondering whether the Panthers could mount a strong premiership defence this year, given Coruscant and Kickout departed the club. Or they're answering those questions. Cleary guides it through. It's 20 points to 0.
This second half goes on to what they do next week, though. This is a very important 40 minutes for the Warriors.
Did you say 70?
So in the last 70 games that they have led at half-time here, they've won 69 of them. They've been beaten once.
Wow.
Everywhere, not just here, Matt, everywhere.
Oh, everywhere, right. Well, there you go. That's even better. And an early error. An early mistake. Oh, that wasn't part of the tip sheet. Yo has ploughed through the work, as always. Crichton. A lot of this underneath stuff from Penrith, trying to work over the very big Warriors pack, and at 20-0 you'd say it has been working now. Moses has passed the HIA and he thunders towards the posts. Cogger away to Cleary, he slipped out to second receiver. Crichton tackled well by Rocco Berry. Cogger sees a little bit of daylight. It shut down quickly, but it was a super fast play the ball. A one bounce pass to Taruva, who dummied the kick. He caught them all napping, but they've got over to stop him. I got to say, I know they've scored 3 tries, Penrith. If they hadn't have been so stoic defending their line here, the Warriors, it could be 40 already.
That play there by Taruva, wow. There's just nothing happening. It was almost like a touch football play where they, look, yeah, just put you to sleep, right foot, bang. Oh, he nearly got there too.
So this is a wonderful occasion. Full house here. It'll be the same tomorrow. How good will it be in Newcastle? We saw it a couple of weeks back against the Sharks. The full house sign was out, and they'll be displaying it tomorrow to McDonald Jones Stadium. Can the Knights make it 10 straight? What a run.
Well, the pressure's all on the Knights. They've got plenty wounded, the Raiders, at the moment. And the crowd will be expecting a lot. Their fullback's back. Caelan's back. There will be one hell of an afternoon.
Of course, they won without him last week. They rested a few and still had a win. So winning becomes a habit, but that will be a wonderful occasion once again. You can join us here live and free on 9. As far as finals structure goes, the winner of tomorrow's game That game we just promoed will play the loser of this clash. And tonight, down in Cronulla, that winner goes to Melbourne for a crack at a grand final qualifier. Mistake here by Yo.
Shot clock on.
And the referee just said Jose Yo was trying to play that too quickly. Might have been a little bit of the foot there from the Warriors player. No need to challenge. You're up by 20 points already.
You got a thought on tonight's game?
I like the Roosters. Yeah, I like the Roosters. They bring some good form to this one. They found their defence again, and their attack just seems like they're all in sync.
Manu back. Can the Warriors find an early score after the break? They need a little bit of something just to spark them. Walker. Down inside the 20. Ball goes to Martin. Then to Harris. Then Nickel Kluster. What a tackle, Sorensen. Last play now. Oh, shocking ball.
It's gone forward. It's gone forward. He stood up and played out, hit his arm.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. You said actually pulling the Penrith defence a bit apart there. Creating a little bit of space. It was a nice touch of the arm from the Penrith marker. Wade Egan jumps out. Crichton just at you. They're just at you.
Join us as Australia's most exciting sport is unleashed on the sports and entertainment capital. Rugby League goes to Las Vegas, baby. Head to NRL.com/Vegas to get your tickets. I can hardly believe I'm saying that. Rugby League to Vegas. What could possibly go wrong? Go and get your tickets. How good will it be?
Before Moses.
Yeah, Wade Egan's down. Trying to tackle Moses Leota.
What's he? Is he holding? He's holding it. Is he holding his throat or collarbone? There is a lot of concern here. Oh, he just got his neck jammed up.
Oh, there.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, wow.
20-0 Penrith. Hey, come back with that shot of Webster, mate. Come back with that shot of Webster. 10 seconds. So this is obviously concerning. You saw Wade Egan was contorted on an unnatural angle. A word on the coach, Andrew Webster. This has been a super effort. He's the second coach to take the Warriors to the finals in his first season in charge. The first, of course, was Daniel Anderson back in 2001. And he was an assistant here at Penrith for 3 years before taking that job over in New Zealand. And Wade Egan's okay, so that's most reassuring.
I think all of that was precautionary. Looked scary and would have felt pretty uncomfortable. We've got Freddie Lussick up on the sideline, just in case. They're tough, these blokes.
Last one, two! All the way, Jace.
Some acrobatics from Dallin Wateni Zalesniak.
Well, I spoke about the sun being a big advantage for the Warriors. The sun's actually gone in that Panthers corner. The only bit left was over near Dallin, actually, and he was staring straight into it.
It's local knowledge when you win the toss, Freddie.
That's right. The only luck they're getting is bad luck.
Start. Roger, too. We've asked if Sheck returns to the Warriors next year. I wonder what the coach is considering around that fullback role. He's been immense. Chance. Walker.
Chance started down at Canberra as on the wing.
He's played centres for New Zealand at international level as well. That's exciting. A team that's lifted itself from the bottom of the ladder into the 4, and they welcome former Dally M medalist and Golden Boot winner back to the club for next year. Garner. Spencer. A full throttle charge.
Let's just turn the heat up a bit.
Oh, yes! That's a beauty by Niokore. That was a return serve. Oh, they're into Marcelo Montoya, aren't they? You put one down, you get handed for the rest of the game, and he returns the kick to be tackled by Garner. Boom! Short pass, right on the margin, that one. Sirinen played it quickly. Egan scampers, Harris inside, Nickel Kluster. So they watch them train there. Lindsay Smith with a tackle around the legs, and Dylan Walker once again. Held up after the bounce, and Edwards is corralled in the tackle of Jackson Ford.
It's a hard thing when you're playing the Panthers, is you have all these moves that you watch on video and you think, you know, this will work against them, but you need to do it on a quick play of the ball. If it's on a slow play of the ball, they'll just swallow you up, the Panthers.
And that's the challenge, right, Freddie? That's how do you get the quick play of the ball in the first place?
Powerful. Great perseverance there. Up to the halfway. This is a dream scenario for Nathan Cleary. 20-0. Kick long, takes hard.
Look, I think if they can persist through their middle with a few of their big men playing some short runs just like that one there in behind the ruck, they may be able to penetrate the line and then do a couple of passes. EWZ, he just holds onto that one and then put a couple of passes together out to their edges to try and, you know, make them make some decisions.
Here's Walker, a bit of backpedaling here. Great tackle at the end by Garner. He's been strong in the centres. Ball dribbled out the back. It was collected by Egan. And on to Bailey Sirinen. Martin. Top of the target.
Yeah, Garner did a great job as well. Getting in the road of the chasers. You spoke about his job at centre. There's a crusher penalty. He hasn't had to do much, but what he's done with quality. He made the break earlier on the right-hand side that led to the try. Come up with a nice tackle there on Walker. His kick protection for his winger has been outstanding. Tyler Harris is on report.
Because Isaac Tungor, not here, was named to play. He's got an aggravation of an ongoing pectoral problem.
There's a training injury.
Oh, another big shot.
The heat's definitely up.
Oh, Spencer Leniu. It's like he'd been shot from a catapult. He is fierce. Through Cogger and Cleary and Crichton. Yeah, Corey, showing all his experience there. Kenny down the left-hand edge where Cogger, who's played with real comfort again today, following on from almost a man-of-the-match effort against the Cowboys last week. Now Edwards back to Crichton. One-handed pass. Kenny, Smith, Yo, looks up, runs straight. Held by Tohu Harris. Edwards for Garner. He'll go to ground on play 5.
Here goes.
Oh, there's a great camera shot. You see just how violent the collision is between these teams. So Fanua Blake back into the game as Dallin takes another carry.
You push him with your knees. You're on the ball. Roll him over with your knee.
Still 30 minutes to go. We get the start of their set of 6. Right on the halfway. How do we generate a quick play of the ball?
Together, Scott.
Rocco Berry. Play to Egan. Here goes Barnett. He's freshly back out on the ground now as well. Got to get the first try. If there's any life in the Warriors, they've got to strike, and soon.
Westpac red zone, wow, look at those numbers. Panthers 36, play the ball.
Barnett.
20.
Nearly went through the front door. Tamate Martin and Dylan Walker and Adam Pompey. And what a tackle. Well, that just sums up the defensive superiority of the Panthers. And how excited are they? Look at them. Cleary came rushing in. They love a tackle like that as much as they love a try. That says so much about them.
No, they swarmed. They swarmed on them. Here's that short ball from Tohu Harris. Lovely short ball. Almost broke the Panthers' defence. But this attack, when they return to their left-hand side, all of that attack, just watch where they're running. They're all angling towards that sideline. And the Panthers' outside men, they just say, well, there you go. You can take it.
Still 2 fresh players on the bench. In fact, one. Now there's the Peach. She's gone in on the field doing the dummy half work. Haven't used Zach Hosking yet either. And a break for Mitch Kenny in his first game back for a number of weeks. Yo, tireless. And Liam Martin, in his last 4 seasons, Liam Martin's got a winning percentage rate of 88%.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
And that came late in the tackle count as well.
Yeah. What do? If you're walking backwards like that, your head's going to get in the road, so I don't think Dylan's got anything to worry about. I was looking at the coach's record, Ivan. You think of all the joy he's had at the Panthers. What do you think his winning percentage is?
No, it's 56 something.
Oh,
Yes, he's
you
done
read
his
the
homework.
notes. You read the notes too. I was quite surprised.
Andrew Webster's is 61.
It tells you as a coach, you need to get used to losing.
Cleary, Martin, he's already got one. They stop him from getting a second. Peachy, Cleary and Cogger. They've got them stripped. Oh, ball out in front of Taruva. He takes it over. Was there a Warriors hand on that? No, all clear. Couldn't quite ice it.
Well, one of the very few moments this afternoon where the ball hasn't been out in front for the Panthers. Lovely set piece again to their left-hand side. Just slightly out in front of Taruva from Crichton.
Ivan Cleary, 422 games as coach, 235 wins. 17 seasons. I didn't realise he was at the Warriors for so long, Brad. It was 5 or 6 years he coached them.
Took them to the grand final. Yeah, to 2011.
Yeah, that wonderful period of the Tigers. Let's not mention the Tigers.
Brad, that's awful.
Sorry.
Don't you think they've been through enough?
Sorry.
We just barbecued the Tigers there. He's Berry into a hole. Gallen gets it. Back on the inside to Uyghur and scoots away. They've got one. They've kept punching away, the Warriors, and they're on the board.
Yeah, well, they made that happen.
Oh.
They made it happen. They made it happen from their own end of the field. They kept coming at the Panthers, went down their right side. Here we go, Barnett goes to the line. Plenty of Panthers in there, but the late offload. And Egan just dishes it straight off to Curran. And then Rocco Berry and Dallin Watene to Lesnag. We've seen that so many times this year. And he throws it in. He saw jerseys, white jerseys everywhere. And ended up being Wade Egan, once again, is supported again. That's what we spoke about at the start of the game. They need to offload. They need to back themselves. And they did that to score the try there first.
There's the Telstra fan cam. Oh, wow.
Well, that's frightening.
That's passion. It is a little bit frightening too. But Rocco Berry, great skill down that short side. Got out the outside Cogger. Here's the offload. Nice late offload. And they shift to their right-hand side. Curran tip on. There it is there, Rocco Berry. To the outside, flick past to DWZ. And he had a few to pick from. Nice little spiral inside. Wade Egan.
Ball. Well, there's the first. Now the job's to get another one quickly. Poppy from in front. Lovely sight high above Bluebet Stadium. The Warriors have got their first. Let's go to JT sideline.
Yeah, that will certainly do their confidence the world of good, the Warriors. The defensive structures for the Panthers are too good, and they need that unstructured play from the Warriors, and that's what Mitch Barnett has done with another offload. So if they create a few more opportunities like that and give it to their speedmen, then they can maybe get some more points.
Right tackle. Cleary on Walker. More noted as a back rower throughout his career, Mitch Barnett, but he's made that shift and he's helped to create the first try. Can they go back to back? They've been brave, haven't they? Made a thud off the boot of Walker. Taruva coming to take it. Oh, solid again.
Safe.
There is time. It's all Penrith players. Nathan Cleary, 120 running minutes. He's averaging somewhere around the 130 metres per game mark this year for a halfback. Big numbers. Fisher Harris. Freshened up and thrown back out there. One of the game's premier front rowers. The kick defused by Marcelo Montoya. reminder, double header of finals action here on Nines Wide World of Sports, 7 p.m. We're down to Cronulla, the Sharkies and the Roosters. It's a fight for survival. Best time of year, finals time. And the Roosters on a winning streak as well, heading into the playoffs. Martin goes aerial. It's Taruva again. A Panther got knocked over, trying to create a shield. It was Cogger. It's all played.
I've just been watching the Penrith Panthers on that last play. So the guy that goes out and puts on that kick pressure, that time it was Scott Sorensen. They grab a hold of the kicker and they hold onto him. They give him a little bear hug until their fullback or one of their back three have got the ball in their hands. Just trying to make it more uncomfortable for the opposition.
I'm not sure how Topwell managed to get through that. Edwards. 11 tries to go on the back of all of those running numbers for Dylan this year. Cogger. Oh, Dallin was sensing an intercept opportunity, but he held back from passing. Sorensen. Oh, back to Edwards. Wrong bloke. You have it, Nathan. Chips over the top. Tries to find some space. Martin contests. The ball's free.
It goes off a Warrior into another Warrior.
Oh, they've got a result.
Not much is going their way.
Here's a challenge.
Now they'll lose the challenge.
Jeez, you've written that off quick.
Based on my ruling, we would have been back to tackle 1. Challenge from Warriors. I got an accidental offside by Warriors prior to a knock-on from Panthers.
I told you what sort of luck they'll get today.
Just trying to determine which hand touches the ball first.
This is mashed
I
potato.
don't think we can tell on that angle. There's 6 hands in there.
Well, it touches Walker and ends up hitting Liam Martin, so you got to say, you got to think he's touched the ball at some stage and lost control forward.
I sense Freddie's backpedaling.
Is it Martin or is it Walker? Touches first.
Just going through all the angles here at the moment, we're unable to determine which hand touches it first.
Retain your challenge.
Yeah, based on the angles available, we're supporting the on-field decision. The Warriors will retain their right to challenge.
That's their first bit of luck. It's turned.
They didn't win it, though.
Still 18 and a half minutes to go.
Half luck.
Scrum, boys.
Well, they got to hold on here, don't they? Really important set of 6 coming up for the Warriors. If they concede another try, it's almost game over.
Five tries in his last 5 games. Can he keep that run going? Hasn't he nearly scored? Resisted the temptation to reach out. Red zone.
Westpac red zone, Tomo, 38. Play the balls now inside opposition 20 for the Panthers.
Martin, he beat Fanua Blake cold. Three metres out now. Peachy spins it. Yo goes to Cleary. They've set up an overlap and Taruva has jagged yet another one. It's pretty to watch when they get it right.
Just watch Stephen Crichton. He receives the ball. He understands he's got a little bit of time. And he just draws Dallin Watene-Zelezniak into his web. And just puts it out in front of Taruva. On the Harvey Norman replay, the ball goes out the backs. Just watch Critter. Just holds the ball long enough. Goes underneath the hands of the winger Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. It's brilliant centre play.
Oh, his hand in the first half for Taruva's try were glorious, and that's just magnificent from a big man. JT.
Yeah, it was great work by Isaiah Yeo. He touched the ball 3 times in that set. He crossed Moses Leota to the middle and then went to Liam Martin on the right side to create the quick play of the ball, and then he's jumped around to the left side and got his hands on the ball again to distribute to Nathan Cleary. It's such an attacking weapon to have when you've got a lock that can play like a half.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to think about from a defensive point of view when you look at the Penrith Panthers. That gives you a very good insight there as to the ball movement and the angles of all the runners. But the thing you need to have in the forefront of your mind defending on your try line is your line speed. You need to get your defensive line out to at least the 10-metre line. In that instance, the winger centre for the Warriors, they were out about 5 or 6 metres and then paddling, which meant Penrith, they just dictated terms.
Well, the centre, Rocco Berry, ended up standing next to Tamari Martin.
She's kicked magnificently, Nathan. That's as good as any of them. He's enjoying it so much, Suki Taruba, that he was, I don't know, what would you call that? He was dancing? Was he grooving?
He was just being himself, just cool. The average score, Matt, the Panthers against top 8 teams this year is 27-8.
Right.
Somehow they up their ante in defence against the good teams. It's not easy to do.
No, they're 5 points better in defence against top 8 teams than bottom 8 teams.
Let it go!
Martin,
Go on there. Yeah. Watch it.
NRLW action, and the season has been so exciting throughout the campaign so far. Did I see Newcastle over the Roosters today? And the final rounds of the season are upon us. There's still heaps to play for. You've got to get into the games. They are a wonderful entertainment. NRL.com/tickets to get your seats now. See, the Knights are in the purple patch, aren't they? Men's and women's. So the Panthers by 20 and 15 to play. Winner gets a week off. And loser faces the death march. Yo, 7 out from the halfway line. There's Zach Hosking. Moved from the Broncos to the Panthers at the start of the year and straight into a final series. And has played a crucial part at various times throughout the season. Numbers out wide here. Garner. He had too much speed for Pompey. Nickel Kluster under pressure, flies, great catch. That's great athleticism. And now Talent, who just keeps running as hard as he can there. They're trying to get the Mexican wave started again, Brad. Last week when
it's just gone in
Cowboys
reverse. Just went backward.
They had it going for about 5 minutes last week when the Cowboys came to town.
I thought it was always the other way. It's confusing.
Who thought the Mexican wave was exclusive to the cricket? It's a pretty good one too. Here comes Edwards, they're all into it.
Tackle 3.
You just got caught up in the wave, didn't you?
I can't help it.
You are on television, you're
Tackle 3, trying to check that. So, tackle was made. Yeah.
So, is there a direction the wave should be going?
I did, mate. And the tackle was still
wave.
made.
Well, we sort of went the other way, anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise.
Well, you can try and change it if you like. Well, the boys are good stuff.
You reckon they're not loving life?
Life's fun when you're on top.
Well, just a bit of a collision. Mitch Barnett.
Well, there's a winger. Takes on 2 front rowers. And the front row comes reeling out.
Hosking. Change of direction as he arrives at the defence of Harris and Curran. Clear of the hanger. Montoya in the gun. Martin might have been taken out. No, it was okay, says the ref.
Yeah, Dylan Walker, that was. He used all of his experience. Made his way back towards the football and his eyes skyward the entire time.
So it appears the Panthers are going to stretch this winning sequence in finals to 7 in a row.
Well, even this last 12 minutes is important for the Warriors. I remember when Cronulla played the Panthers here, and speaking to Craig Fitzgibbon, they got beat 28-0, but he said it was that game that turned their season. You just got to find out if you've got it. If you can get in the grind with Penrith, you can get in the grind with anyone. There's no better time to challenge that in the last 10 minutes of a game.
Second half's level, 6 each. Yo linking with Cleary. Garner evaded Montoya. He tried to rush in and put a shot on. Played it quickly. Peachy and Yo. Here comes another attacking wave. Cogger short. Hosking into the defence. End over end this time for Nathan. Oh, Berry turned his back, hit him clean, and there'll be 6 more tackles. After knock on.
Knock on.
Oh, the luck's turned. That hit him on the head.
Was challenging here.
Okay, Ash. Got a challenge, mate, from the Panthers. On-field ruling is a knock-on. After it was played up by Warriors when it hits his back.
Played it.
Played that with his back.
No, I think he was saying after Penrith played at the ball, after it hit his back.
Okay.
Oh,
The ball comes off the left arm of Rocco Berry, which is a knock-on.
There you go.
that good luck just left.
Playing on at this stage, this resets the tackle count.
What are we worried about?
Heel backwards by Stephen Crichton.
But that doesn't
It's
matter.
then knocked on the ground. The challenge is successful. It'll be a scrum.
That should have just ended when the knock-on was from the Warriors.
Okay, so you had a knock-on off Warriors as well in there, yeah?
Well, Lindsay Smith has got a face full of white
15
paint.
out. Challenge successful. Panthers feed. Yeah, guys. Up here.
Once again, another set of 6, another important set of 6 for the Warriors.
Josh.
Panthers, they got their entire back line out to this right side with Moses Leota.
And Liam Martin.
The former is given the footy and he's tackled within 10 metres of the Warriors line now. Peachy playing left. Cogger underneath Cleary. He's played that role a little bit this afternoon, hasn't he, coming back against the grain? It's what his mate Luai likes to do. And Yo, who is just tireless. Peachy to Martin. Out the back it comes. Peachy looks up, goes through the hands, wrap around. How good was that? Peachy dummies, he's tackled well.
Yeah, great defence.
Garner really ducked in behind Edwards there, but stopped before he conceded an obstruction. Last play, Cleary stationed left. Kicks for the upright. Curran was there, and he's going to get it back to the field of play. So the week off, always a talking point for Penrith. It's critical from the perspective that Jerome Luai will get some extra time, and he did tell us before the game that he'd be right to go next week. So it's all lining up for them, isn't it?
And Isaac Tungle.
Yeah.
There's Jerome. He said if today was a grand final, he would have played. Isaac Tungle will be playing in 2 weeks.
And all eyes on Sean Johnson. He simply has to play next week. Did you get any clue from your discussions with him pre-game?
Well, he said at pre-game, Freddie, he's touch and go for next week. So
He's got to play.
Yeah. No second chances.
Well, they get to, after the match today, they get to sit back and have a good look at who they will be facing. And then they can determine whether it's worth the risk to throw him back in there.
Cleary into the hole and a trying to the local hero. They all hung off and he burnt them with speed. And that sends the Panthers into a week off at another grand final qualifier.
Yeah, he's capped off a wonderful afternoon. Nathan Cleary, his personal contribution this afternoon to this footy side has been incredible. And he's been threatening for the most part of this game as well with this running and showing. Just watch him, Harvey Norman replay. Gets the ball in the middle of the field, show, I'll show again to the outside, and everyone just hangs off him. And you just cannot afford to ball watch the quality players in this competition, because they will hurt you in this fashion. JT?
Yeah, it's certainly been a masterclass from Nathan Cleary this evening. We saw one last night from Adam Reynolds, and this man has responded in fine fashion. And we're talking about how you create early, quick play the balls earlier. If you get your halves to run across the field like that with the ball on their hip, you can create some quick play the balls. But Nathan Cleary, take a bow, a masterclass.
Yeah, beautiful away, JT was talking about, just putting it on his hip. It takes the ball out of the view of the defenders just for a split second. And that's where Pompey looked up. And too late once he realised Nathan Cleary was beating him on the outside.
Well, it's a great reverse angle of that shot where Cleary was drifting across field, Freddie, where he showed us that last show on the inside, and Dylan Walker, his eyes moved from Nathan Cleary, which gave him the opportunity to get to the outside, continue on that run. It's a great skill.
Well, it's been clinical goal kicking up until this point. Can he make it 6 from 6? He struck it beautifully. Another one. good times.
They used to go to school with that bloke.
You did, really?
First one's Panthers.
They deliver the finest at St Dominic's.
Shot clock on.
Is this shirt off a new phenomenon, or was that going through his education?
No, you're in Penrith. Anything goes out here.
Well, that's not entirely true.
The Wild West.
Most things. Cam, you called last night's game. Big win for the Broncos. You called this, of course, with us. Can you get out the report card? Can you compare the two performances?
Oh, well, look, very impressive this afternoon, the Panthers, and I can say much the same about the Broncos last night, and that's why they're 1-2, of course, going into this first week of finals. A little bit different, the performances, though. Broncos, they played a complete power game against the Storm right from that very first kickoff. They had more energy, they had more intent, they were more physical. And they were steered around the park by a classy number 7, whereas today, another classy number 7 in Nathan Cleary, but they have just been clinical, professional, and they've just picked apart the Warriors.
We'll get Brad's assessment in a moment, because the Warriors, with 5 to go, close enough to the Panthers line here. Walker struggles to his feet. Harris plays to Martin and Nickel Kustar. And Berry, they're running towards the sideline again, and he nearly went over onto the hill there. Dalinois, Teddy Zalesniak, and a couple of old teammates embrace. Your thoughts?
Brisbane.
Anything else?
Brisbane?
They're the best team I've seen in a long time, possibly ever. They're more potent than any team I think I've ever seen.
Really?
Ever. They're like the new toothpaste, the upgraded power sword. I haven't seen a team as athletic, as skillful, as aggressive. You'd want to be on your game to go near them.
Make of that what you will. Toothpaste.
How many new and improved Colgates has there been? 60. This is the new and improved footy team.
With very good breath. Cleary to Martin. They're a hell of a team. Gee, Payne Harson and Carrigan. And Walsh. And
But this window isn't going to last long for them either. They've got a lot of talent, and they're already being picked apart. So they need to strike. And the team playing today plays the type of game that, they've completed it up around 90%. And the Warriors have been forced into completing it around more like 70.
here's Tavanga. Penalty Warriors.
Isaiah pulled it out. Yep.
Curran, quick tap. He's always looking for something, Josh Curran, isn't he? He's really up-tempo, and he carries the ball to within 25 metres of the line. They'd love another try here. They've got to get themselves up for an elimination clash at home next week. Don't underestimate the significance of that, given the sheer passion of the Warriors fans in Auckland. Ford tackled out from the line. Harris towards the posts. Still 4 Panthers there.
Don't reach around. Don't reach.
And a burrowing effort.
Still short.
And Harris
Last one.
was in the way. It's Freddie Lussick tried to get there. Great hands, Edwards. Just a reminder, more finals action coming up from 7 p.m. from down in the Shire. Cronulla Roosters elimination final.
Hold down, Josh. Please.
The Panthers headed for a record win in a final. The previous record margin, 20 points. So they've bettered that with a 32-6 scoreline at the moment. So the Warriors back to New Zealand to play the winner of our clash tomorrow. Newcastle versus Canberra, and of course Melbourne is awaiting the winner of tonight's game. I've got to say there's significant question marks over Melbourne after last night, and the Warriors, who've been totally outgunned here, and with doubt still lingering around the fitness of Sean Johnson. Is the premiership open for a team to bolt into contention? Fanua Blake got it away out the back. Tastavana, ball on the ground. The Warriors are giving everything here. Cleary with a one-on-one pinch.
Hold.
10 seconds to go. Anyone for a 2-point field goal? I don't think Nathan's in any hurry to play it. Oh, with a second to go, the ref's called time off. And that's the end of the game. The Panthers dominant. Can they make it 3 titles in a row? If they keep playing like this, absolutely. 32-6 over the Warriors.